One of the most frustrating things about growing older is that we often low self-defs. Younger men dominate social media feeds with sculpted abs, less selfie sand, their constant drive for fitness investation. Older men left questioning their worth. On coming off, older men often accept cementus lit hot. They're no longer attractive, valuable, or even deckable. But truth, a completely opposite. A is softened, more accurate. You see, there is a thing profoundly remagnetic about older men. Something timeless. Older men tend to have something thought. No jam her ship and by life experience. And with experience comes a deeper, steadier form of confidence. Thoughts, rooted in maturity. Maturity separates them from impulsiveness and insecurity found in younger men. Women notice this. They feel it and morphed in thaw. Not they admire it. Physical lionorgic come across as emotional emitter or unstable. They chase validation, attention, and approval. Older men, on the other hand, focus more on meaningfulnesses, legacy, stability, wisdom, emotional, intact shift in mindset. It's powerful. At it, we're delving deep into this fascinating phenomenon, how society may have exquisite you into thinking we're no longer attractive, and in reality you might just be exactly what a woman truly desires. What makes an older man attractive? To better understand what makes an older man attractive, you need to see the theating world through a woman's eyes. Attraction is rarely just a boot. It's often about how a man may share. Women are deeply wired with primal needs. One of those is protection. Yes, but not just physical, emotional protection, financial protection, cave-in, spiritual protection. Women want to feel safe, seen, and supported. And older men often offer agas that now own their younger men. Apparatrik is because EI radiate a fierce drive. Fatty octane energy makes them seem like action takers. Mino are going somewhere. This drive sparks intrigue. But there's a trade-off. That same driven off. Chaotic, unstable, or selfish. Older men, they operate differently. They didn't rush into decisions. They observe. They calculate. They know what's worth pursuing and what's not. That it doesn't scream insecurity. It screams wisdom on empo. That deep, composite patience is a magnet for women's craving emotional stability. So, while younger men rush into thigh fire, older men know when to it out, when to strike, and most importantly, to walk away. That level of self-control is rare, and it doesn't gun it as why women fend the attractive. Here's where it gets even more interesting. One of the biggest chiefs older men go through is their change in priorities. Younger men often lie under thief sibyl that in to prospect to thank thee must accrit themselves twin over a woman constantly, trying to mock a happy empress her or prove their worth. Yodel Herman they've live, or I tend they no longer chase validation. Instead of putting women K1 pit, they focus on what yields Reclarian spiritual grounding. They've stopped centering fair lives around women. That's exactly what draws women to them. Detachment is powerful. Sends a signal that says, I'm not chasing you. I'm chasing self. And as nature would hate it, women are redrawn to what they can't immediate telly have mystery and self-possession. My incredibly up next, the 7 endings. Now that we've loaded foundation, let's talk about the signs. How do we women secretly seizing as in attractive older, even if you don't think so? These next few signs share subtle, powerful, and deeply rooted in human behavior. Miss them and you'll never realize how much power you already hold. Let's begin with sign number 1. See. One of the most powerful signs that you are attractive eyes actual something as simple and aspral as basic eye contact. You see when naturalists battle looking a things like think about the last time you went shopping, you probably blistered longer at things that caught your eye. Right, something happens in human Attraction when a woman finds you attractive. Her eyes will do the talking before her words see her do. She might glance at two from across the room, but she'll be interested. She won't just glance, telling her even if just for a second, longer than normal. It's an in thought, meant in message. I sent and noticed you, but here's where right gets fascinating. 1 naturally more reserved with eye contact, because ye can feel incredibly intimate. So when Aliakinto your eye you catch her not by accident. Say may even bat T first to eye contact and glance down, that's not disinterest. Patient subconscious act of off-sewing. Vulnerability. And a tall psychology, this is a universal sign off respect and attraction. Now if she holds sire gaze just long enough to draw you button, breaks it with a subtle smile or a bashful turn, that's gold, that is dizzer, simmering just beneath the surface. And when you speak to her, pay attention. Does she hold eye contact for her a few cons? Then look away gently. Thormom of tension and releases often her way of saying, I see you, Andy. Want talk no more? Do you spot this? Lean in and start a conversation because next signifold. Also understand them. Portans of FAA. Smile their summer readily dizzying got. A genuine smile as Steve Thievitz confirmed that when two people wear attracted to each other lock eyes smile. Often follows sand when thought happens. Dopamine floods the brain, that's the feel-good chemical emotional reward system firing up. Your way of saying this feels good to hear resto if a woman flashes a soft lingering smile in your presence after contact. You're there as in her brain slit up. You might also more revealing dead shallow at your jokes, yes, even theans that aren't funny because when we're interested in Sammy and why invest our attention we giveth them theft hate. We wanna show super teens sand. Here's the key shells things use or do, or it gives you that glimmering her eye when you talk. Your eye probably art leaving Grant trying Herman. She doesn't just hear your words, feels them back. She were not just some guy, you become something worth fusing on. If you're no Tony for humor blaming gauge, she's in conversations with you versus either. She gives you more Yachtian, more questions, more emotional energy. She's attracted period. Women rarely sight outright. They prefer subtle, layered signs and attention. A Sonioff, strongest signian of the most powerful signs of attraction from women is also and to look detail. You might be Shri. Tied to th much remembers mole things. Why men not even remember saying maybe. You casually mentioned a childhood vacation spot or a favorite drink, and 2 weeks later she brings it up in an incompletely non-read conversion. That's not a coincidence. When a woman likes you, Herman starts to organize a data bodu. She starts remembering wata, like dislike, dream about or worry over. Like her brain is building a map off what you are, where you ever been, and what matters to you. That kind of mental bond with isn't spent on Justinian. She may even test your consistency, bringing up something you said before, not to trap you but to see if your words match your character. She starts giving you advice. Don't brush it off. That means she's a shy, trying to control your life, striving to improve it with you in it. She suits you to succeed. Kyle thrive. That's more than attraction. That's care. Compare this to Omen Hudan like you. They don't. Remember, don't ask, don't contribute. They exist in your life without truly entering it. But if Chess starts involving herself in your stories, remembering things you'll forget and nudging you toward bitter choices, she's not just listening, she's feeling. Son talks above herself in your future life. One might seem subtle at first, but it's massive. You see, women are incredibly virginity. Their minds aren't just focused on foe. They constantly project and tow their future. A woman starts placing herself in your future event. Hypothetically, it's a sign she's already thinking of. As more than a passing interest, she might ask you questions about where see herself in 5 years, or whether you reign to travel somewhere she's been dreaming about. But key is this. She affirms the questions as if you're really part same story. It could like I. Lever move tough coasts or imagining us. Retiring somewhere quiet. These aren't. Tron just daydreams. These. Subconscious is planting. And if. Schlowers to even explore that fantasy. Out loud, it's because she feels safe, Ned. Intrigued by half. The two Beckham women. Don't imagine futures with men. They. Don't care about but when attraction is. Present. She want to her story before you. Even know it. Zenny number 5. You've. Come a beacon of trust, not Yamph. The biggest L's in modern relationships is grumbling trust. In today's fast-passing world, genuine trust is rare, especially Yaweening men and women. You see, most women have been let down, misled, or manipulated by men whose only intention was short-term gratification and BEOs of this. They've built emotional walls, thick ones. So when a woman begins to trust you, truly trust you, that's no small thing. That's not casual. That's significant. She's not just sharing stories about her day. It's opening a door to her vulnerabilities, her past, her worries, her hopes. God, she might start asking for your opinion, not because she needs, but because she values the way you think. Even more interesting, she meet a sky advice on things she's already figured out, just to hear your perspective, just to feel your presence, seeing her decision and process. That's a subtle test. Batch is observing whether your guided sees as thoughtful, sincere, and rooted in her best interests. If you're simply trying to sound important when truth is you, she might also start confiding in you about conflicts, past rumors, or personal doubts. And if she brings this estoyo, it means chassis you as emotionally grounded, and ought carry that weight, chases you as a safe place in a world full of emotionals. But her catch him handle this trust with care. Man out. I desire to help accidentally. Vert to show more care for her life than she does for herself. And while that might seem noble, it can backfire. Why? Because women are weird to respect men who respect themselves. The moment you sacrifice your peace, your purpose-ire, your standards to fix your world, you'll lose your edge, your grounded masculinity becomes neato stand that kills. Attraction date fast. Felicin here be. Hearing her an off-rescuer sign while she starts playing games. Now here's where ebbings get tricky. Just because you're a moderist and doesn't mean women will stop teasing you. Fact. When a woman austral is attracted to you, she likely tests you. Not out off malice, but to confirm her instinct. Tattoo hair. Real dial. Fiscon look like pulling away for. Norius ignoring a message. Canceling. Applin last minute or venturing to distract you in. She knows Sue are busy. Why? She's watching to see if you'll bend. I fuel drop your purpose. I fuel stop building your legacy. Just talk usher validation. Too many men fall forth this. The moment she gives them attention, they put their goals on hold. They stop showing up for themselves and start orbiting around. That's when she starts pulling away. Not because Sue emotional Lionel, but Becca's. She wants Simon interred. Use Truetto or Path. Keep your energy fixed and I'll owe her emotional swings to SW. That's when she knows different solid. He's the kind of man I can trust with my heart. This dynamics isn't about playing hard. Target. It's about buying hard to shake. Women fall for men. Helphidian. Gravity is your mission. Cyberd 7. She invites you into her personal life. This one is the crown jewel off list. Women guard their personal lives with deep care. Friends, family, private. It's a fortress. And if you're invited, do that space. It's not Boas, it's being polar. Spokash wants you. You might start getting Jinto casual hangouts with her. She might ask you to join her for dinner with her parents. Or she may start texting you what her best friend said at brunch or venting about familiar drama. What's happening here isn't the gradation. It's trying to Weave wise fabric off her world now. P. Closet at NCT transition. Let's soon meet. Her circle. It means she's serious. But remember, these people will judge you. Scan your behavior, your language, your picture, your vibe, and their opinion will mature her more than you know. So, intentional, be warm, be calm, and most of all, stay you. If you win over her social circle, you've not only ignored her attraction but her admiration. Because for a woman to allow you into her personal life, she has to believe your presence will elevate it. That's attraction on the deepest level. Women are complex, but they're no damn possible to understand. If you've been aging and quietly losing self-confidence, it's time to shift your minette. Golder doesn't make you less desirable. In many cases, it makes your cyst able. Your calm energy, your life wisdom, your emotional steadiness, your grounded presence. These are things younger men can't fake and women know it. Long as you keep progressing, building, and protecting your energy, the right women will gravitate toward, not because you're rekissing them, but because you're becking the kind men who doesn't need to chase it all. And that, my friend, is thrill game. Next, hookers. One thing that avant most attractive older men struggle with: seduction. You've built attraction, no wet. Watch our next video to unlock these grits.